Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm going to call the meeting to order. Tuesday, April 18th, 2023, Reorganizational City Council meeting. Could we have a roll call, please?
Mayor McGrath? Mayor McGrath? Tracy Snyder? Tracy Snyder? Jen Mazias?
Here.
Tom Nimas?
Here.
Dave Anderson? Dave Anderson? John Hopkins?
Here.
Jared Trumbo?
Here.
4 out of 7 council members present, a quorum is recognized.
Okay, thank you. Next, we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, our next item is mayoral announcements and proclamations. My first announcement is that there will be a service for our fire chief, Mike Pedersen, this Saturday at the fire hall. I believe visitation is at 1 o'clock and the service is at 2 o'clock. And in honor of his years of service to the community, I would like to have a moment of silence. Thanks, everyone.
Probably not having, be able to accommodate a large amount of people in the fire hall. I don't know how.
We are just leaving that up to
Fire.
the department.
When I saw this in the fire hall, I said, I could walk there because I think it's going to be bad. He did so much for the community.
Next, I would like to give a shout out to Joel and Ross at the water treatment plant because they are being rock stars, making sure that they're doing everything they can to keep us in good shape. So thank you to them and to everyone who helped conserve water during this past week. And here we go again with some more melt, but I think I'm no expert, but it seems like we're through the worst of the huge melt all at once, but there's more to go.
I've gotten a lot of compliments of the city posting the information and stuff. And
Getting out ahead of it
and how nice it was to be communicated about it. So good job to
Yeah.
everybody.
I
Yes,
got the same, heard the same.
yeah, all the staff for keeping everybody in the loop. Thank you. Next, there's a notification of an opportunity to attend Local Government 101 workshops sponsored by the League of Wisconsin Municipalities. I would recommend this. Absolutely. It's just a really great way to kind of take in a lot of information for those who are new to being an elected official and even those who need a refresher or who would like one. So those dates are in your packet. And finally, I have a No Mow May proclamation that I will read. This is to encourage residents not to mow during the month of May to protect pollinators. Whereas bees, butterflies, moths, other insects, birds, and other animals collectively known as pollinators are integral parts to a wide diversity of essential food production. And whereas pollinators are being threatened due to habitat loss, pesticide use, pathogens, and parasites. And whereas recent research suggests that bee pollinators make use of no-mow spaces as key floral resources during early spring in the upper Midwest of the United States. And whereas the formative period for establishment of pollinators and the many songbirds and wildlife species that depend upon them occurs in the late spring and early summer in Wisconsin as they emerge from dormancy and require flowering plants as crucial foraging habitat. And whereas the city of Washburn would like to encourage interested residents to increase pollinator-friendly habitat with pollinator-friendly lawn care practices on their own properties for the month of May during this formative period. And whereas No Mow May is a voluntary community initiative that encourages property owners to limit lawn mowing during the month of May to provide early season foraging resources for pollinators that emerge in the spring, especially in urban landscapes when new floral resources are available. Now therefore, I, Mary D. Moteff, Mayor of the City of Washburn, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2023 as No Mow May in the City of Washburn, and wish to help promote and educate the community about the critical period of pollinator emergence and the generation of crucial pollinators supporting early spring foraging opportunities. Further, I ask staff to not issue correction notices for lawn height weed violations for the month of May on occupied properties in good standing, allowing residents to voluntarily delay lawn care until June, allowing pollinator species to emerge and early flowering grasses and forbs to establish, which may result in ground cover exceeding established ordinance height restrictions. The city retains the right to enforce the ordinance if a situation arises where it becomes necessary to respond. Thank you to Joe Broszek for bringing that idea forward, and to the communities before us who have done such a proclamation so that we can follow suit.
Is there any issue with ordinances that we have that go with that?
Well, when you say issue, the proclamation is requesting that we don't enforce. However, we chose to not go through the formal process of amending the ordinance at this time.
Thank you for that clarification.
Yes.
I just saw Scott got out of the book.
Okay. Our next item then is election of council president. I would look for a motion from anyone who has a nomination. Jared?
I make a motion to nominate Jen Mazias as council president.
Motion by Jared. Is there a second?
Can I second that?
I think so.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, so I'll second the motion.
All right, motion by Jared and second by Jen. Do we need a second?
For nominations, I don't think we need a
I don't
second.
think we do. So, motion by Jared. Any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations?
I would actually my hat and drink to that.
So are you nominating yourself as a second option? Okay, so Jared is nominating Jen, Tom is nominating Tom. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Are there any other?
I'd like to second Tom.
Okay, we don't need a second, that's okay, thank you though.
Oh, okay.
Just any other new nominations? Okay, so I didn't completely think this through ahead of time, but if we have two, do we do a blind ballot?
You can, if you would like to, although with John online, that is
Hard.
difficult.
Yes.
Well, unless Tony is counting and he puts it
Sure.
in
you
the
can do
chat
that
or
too.
something. Can you, are you able, John, to private message?
Well, I don't know how.
Okay,
How's that? But I
well,
don't mind being public.
then we can just be public, okay. So, do we vote on one first and then the other?
Does this have to be done tonight as well? Because there are so many people missing this evening. But
It's on the agenda.
sure.
I mean, I suppose we could,
You can table it till the next meeting. If you want, that's your choice.
Yeah, 'cause
What I am looking at is if there would be a tie, can a mayor break that tie?
Yeah, and then do you vote, like, do you abstain or do you vote for yourself? It's just kind of weird.
It is a little.
I'm just saying, it's just a little weird. If we could table it so we have the whole council here, I think that would be more helpful, but whatever.
So, right now we have nominations on the table. Would someone have to move to table the election then?
Yes. Until the May meeting.
I would move to table the election to the main meeting until we have everyone here.
I'll second that.
Okay, so motion by Jen, second by Tom to table the election of council president until the May meeting when we have more members present. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, moving on to election of plan commission member. I have put forth Dave to stay on plan commission as a recommendation. So if anyone would like to nominate him
Is he okay with that?
for that, I believe so.
I think he's okay with that.
I would nominate Dave Anderson to be on the planning commission, to continue that role.
I'll second that.
We have a motion by Jen and a second by Jared to nominate Dave to the plan commission member. Now, 2/3 vote required. Is that 2/3 present or 2/3 of the council? For some reason, I'm thinking this is 2/3 of the council.
Well, there's 7 members, there's 4.
So that's a unanimous vote. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Is that 4 votes then? So
There's John.
No,
2/3 of council.
you need 5 if it's of council. I have to look that up.
Okay.
That's when they'll be getting tabled.
The rest of them don't have any of those qualifications on, so that's good. Just that one has a 2 to 3.
Right.
2 for vote.
Okay.
Making a word for it tonight. Okay.
Two-thirds vote of the members.
So we can't confirm that.
Make a motion to table this until the May meeting, until we have our quorum.
I'll
Or
second
not
that.
even a quorum, our amount of the 2/3 vote.
Okay, so motion by Jen, second by Jared. Is it postponing to the next meeting?
I don't want to postpone.
I think postponing is to another meeting, tabling is to later in the meeting.
That would be postponing.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. The next is Confirmation of council member appointments to boards, commissions, and committees. So, for that, we have the three, to finance and personnel, Mary, Tracy, and Tom. We have John to the library board of trustees. We have Tom to the BART board. We have Jared to Harbor Commission. And Jen to the Parks Committee. Those would be the council member appointments to boards, commissions, and committees. I believe that's all of them.
Is four people enough for that?
Yes.
Then I make a motion that we approve Mary's list.
I'll second that.
Motion by Tom, second by Jared. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is,
Just lost John.
oh,
You make the vote.
So, well, while you're waiting, so you don't have to quorum. Only other issue I'll just bring up for tonight is Dave is not a member of the plan commission for tomorrow's, for Thursday's meeting.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Can you still have your meeting in quorum without him?
Yes,
He just can't vote or anything.
or he could be, I can't vote.
either we can't vote.
Just let him know.
Having problems, John?
I don't.
Well, I guess I am. It looks like, hey, you guys keep freezing.
Did you make it to participate in that vote of the appointments of council members to boards?
I don't know if you can hear us. Can you hear us, John?
I didn't hear anything on that.
Can you turn your
I can hear you. What's the question now?
if you turn your video off, that might help. But the question is, did you participate in that vote confirming the council member appointments to boards, commissions, and committees?
No, I didn't. I wasn't with you on the committees there at all. I did look over what you had proposed, though, on the sheet, so I got a chance to see that. Hang on just a minute. Let me get my stop video here and just continue with the audio.
Okay,
See if this happens. Is that better?
that should help.
Okay, I did not vote on the latest thing, which I think was the committees.
Okay, so the council member appointments, so that was Mary, Tracy, and Tom to finance and personnel. You to the library board, Tom to the BART board, and Jared to Harbor Commission, and Jen to Parks. So we had a motion and a second. And if you can vote.
Yes, works for me.
Okay, very good. Then we'll move on to the confirmation of citizen appointments to boards, commissions, and committees.
I approve the, do you need to go through them?
The list as presented, I think.
Yeah,
is fine.
I motion to approve the list as presented, by the mayor for the citizen appointments to boards, commissions, and committees.
I'll second that.
Motion by Jen, second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
John, vote.
John, did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay. Next, I forget I should pause for the online folks. Next is the appointment of lead commissioner. I again am putting forward Jerry Schutte as our appointee.
I make a motion to recommend Jerry Schutte as the appointment of the lead commissioner.
I'll second that.
Motion by Jen, second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
I heard you.
Motion carries. Next is our designation of public depositories of Bremer, Chippewa, and Northern State Bank.
I make a motion to designate Bremer Bank, Chippewa Valley Bank, and Northern State Bank as the public depository.
I'll second that.
Motion by Jen, second by Tom. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item is designation of official newspaper being the Ashland Daily Press.
I'll make that motion that we make the press newspaper.
Second.
Motion by Tom, second by Jen. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And next item is discussion of orientation and other training for council members. Scott?
So I'll need to speak with the attorney to prepare some materials for open meetings and open records issues. Kind of go through that. And then if there are any other topics that you are interested in that you would like additional information on, let me know and I can see what's available or put something together. Otherwise, we do have a book that you can check out too that has a lot of procedural information that can be at times helpful as well, that you're free to peruse and look at. So,
What year was that book from? Is that a fairly recent?
this is from 2017.
Okay.
So a question for Scott.
Go ahead.
I may be out of order here, but I had a moment of silence there from you guys. What is on this local government 101 workshop? Is there more information on that?
So John, I would recommend going to that website that's listed on the handout in your packet. And there should be a pretty good description on there of the different parts to this. And so it's learning about just how city government works, you know, and the bullet points there touch on some of the main topics there: avoiding conflicts of interest, financial oversight, budgeting, procedures, and some information on public works. So all really good background information, and highly recommend taking advantage of that if you have a way to do that.
And there's a virtual webinar one, right? And
Yeah.
so if you want to register for that one, then you just can you do it for us or?
Let me know and we'll get you signed up.
Okay.
So-
There's some meetings, it would be good for me to take it again as a refresher. I don't think
Yeah, it's
Nice
good.
that it's a webinar, if I can get out of work.
Yeah, and John, I don't know if you'd prefer in person, in Altoona is probably the closest near Eau Claire there. Or doing it online, of course, is,
I think online would be easier to do, at least I would hope so. We do have a business to operate here in town too, so
right.
being absent on that might be a conflict.
All right, very good. So just follow up with Scott on that, anyone who's interested in the local government 101. And with that, I think our business that we can take care of today is complete. Since we weren't able to complete all of it, though, I do need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Motion by Tom, second by Jared to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thanks, everyone. Have a
Thanks,
great
John.
night.
You're welcome. I think maybe we,